Hey, what's up, guys? This is Malcolm, and you are on MBD Bushcraft and Survival. And today I'm just going to be doing a review or maybe a comparison of two different knives. One is the Condor bush lore. It's the Condor bush lore. As you can see, it is a very, very beautiful knife. Full tang. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail on that. And I'm going to be comparing it against the Condor Swamp Romper. This is the Condor Swamp Romper. It is also a very beautiful knife. I kind of want to look at them side by side just to see what's going on, like what are the differences. And I got a couple little things, I want to kind of cut and compare the two. I had been looking at this bush lore for a long time. It stayed in my Amazon cart for months. And I was like, I don't know why I waited so long to pull the trigger on it. I knew I wanted it, but I was like, I got so many mores already. And I kind of felt like this was in that same category until I started doing a little more research. It's not in the same category as a more, although it's not that expensive either. I got my laptop pulled up. I'm gonna try to pull up some of the specs. Clearly, you can see that this comes with a ferro rod, which is huge. Comes with this piece on it, so it can be more of a dangler from your belt. But let's talk about the Condor bush lore real quick. The Condor bush lore has a 4.38 inch blade. So the blade is going to be a little bit shorter than the Swamp Romper. Not by much. Well, it's not a whole lot of difference, but it is a little bit shorter. Both 1095 steel. Both right around the same price range. I'll get into the specifics of that in a minute. I think this bush lore has a walnut handle. Beautiful handle. I mean, when you look at how flush that is, both of these are full tang construction, as you can see. The bush lore is designed to be able to do a lot of different things. It's pretty thick, so you could very easily baton through wood with this. You should also be able to get some really good feathers, because I apologize, guys. I'm trying to figure out, am I reading the right thing? Yeah. Cutting, slicing, and it's a flat grind. That's what I was looking for. It's a full flat grind. So when you talk about getting feathers, you're gonna be able to do that no problem, but it does kind of bite. Like, it bites immediately, which is a good thing. But I'm just noticing that it's kind of digging into that wood pretty quickly. And this is just wood I had in my garage. I mean, it's super dry, so it's almost kind of falling off a little bit. But this thing is biting, is really biting into the wood as soon as I even touch it. And I think that's a good thing. And I'm pretty sure that's what you're gonna get with that flat grind. You're gonna get some really good curls. Hopefully y'all can see that. So you shouldn't have any problem when it comes to this knife going out in the woods and getting some nice feather sticks. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you right now how I can put baton wood, but as you can see, this knife did an amazing job with that. It made really quick work of that piece of wood. Really quick work. The weight of it, the feel of it, the way the handle is like kind of thick, it fills up your hand. I love that. This knife, this might be one of my favorite knives. And I haven't even really taken it out that much, really. But everybody kept talking about Condor bush lore, and I was like, man, let me read up on this thing. The only thing I don't like is this wood. It's kind of slippery. I need to figure out some kind of way to make this a little more tacky, a little more grippy, because it just feels so slick. And I was reading that you can put things like mink oil, you can put things like coconut oil on there, stuff like that. I got mink oil and coconut oil. I was thinking about mixing them and heating them up and then trying to apply it so it could seep deeper into this wood. I've already applied mink oil onto this once, and at the time it looked beautiful, but it did not really, I mean, it's not super slippery, but it is slippery. It is a little bit slippery. The Condor bush lore. I love the way it's got this kind of a two-tone thing going on here. I hope you're able to see that. Yeah. You might not really. Oh yeah, you can see it. It's like, it's two-tone. And it's just beautiful. It's just beautifully made. You got your lanyard hole right here. Let me pull out the other knife, because the other one, the Swamp Romper, they're different. They're different. I'm not going to say one is necessarily better than the other, although I will have to go with the bush lore for now. I want to give this one an honest shot. As you can see, this is all the same steel. But there's something that I noticed about this steel, and I don't know if it's me, man, but it seemed like it had oil on it when I bought it. And that's cool to have oil on the knife, but it almost felt like it was oil that I couldn't completely remove. I know that sounds weird, but it's like, I feel like there's like a greasy sheen to this thing no matter how hard I try to clean it. But anyway, I'm not gonna harp on that. But 90-degree spine. You can tell that they're both around the same thickness. I think the Condor bush lore is a little bit thicker. Yeah, you can see Condor bush lore is quite a little bit thicker, but you can still baton with this thing, no problem. I do kind of like this, because this kind of, it gives you a little bit more reassurance that your finger's not gonna slip and potentially cut, you know, that area right up in here. I don't know what this little notch, what is that? What's that little notch for? I have no idea what this little notch right here is for. I don't know. These holes, I'm a little confused. Is that just to bring the weight down? I'm not sure. Is it so that you could more easily attach it to your pack? I don't know. Obviously, I know what this one is for. That's for a lanyard. But I've also put mink oil on this one. I'm not sure if they're the same type of wood. I think they are. But I still love it. I still love the blade. But let's just see what kind of feathers I can get out of this one. Ooh, it's biting too. That thing is, you gotta really be able to control it, because it's biting into this wood, which I don't mind. I prefer that than it not bite. This is significantly more difficult though to get feathers, I will say that. Yeah, this is a big difference. Wow. Wow, guys. It's just not smooth. It's okay. It's biting too much. It's not. The bush lower is just a little. Yeah, the bush lower. Yeah, the bush lower is a little smoother. Yeah, it's a lot smoother. I think it must have something to do with the grinds, but I think these are both full flat grinds, are they not? I'm not an expert, but you know, it feels like to me that that's a full flat grind, but it's something about that bush lore that's just a little smoother. I would take this in the woods in a heartbeat. I'd take this with me too. I wouldn't take both of them at the same time, but I'm just saying, you're going to be good either way, but this wins. This wins. It's got a timeless construction. The way it looks is, this is one of those things that it probably took decades to get to this, you know, because eventually, you know, things are going to change and knives will change. There'll be a lot of different designs that come out, but stuff like this ain't going anywhere, guys. This is going to be around. This is going to be around for who knows how long. And what I am going to do, I know I haven't really talked about the sheaths very much, but believe it or not, man, this sheath came with a little slice in it. It was a small slice, almost like somebody cut it by accident when they were shipping it or something. And I looked at it and I was like, man, I'm gonna take this thing back, send it back through Amazon to get another one. But you know what? I didn't want to wait for them to ship it back out to me. I know that's petty. So I got some super glue and I fixed it myself, and it's fine. Here's the other sheath. I think it's a good sheath. There's something about when you put this in, it feels like you're cutting something, because it's like you're pushing in, but it's like, did I catch something? It's kind of weird. So it's like you kind of want to make sure, but that's just maybe my thought. I think when you take the knife out of the sheath, this is a problem for both of them. There's nothing you can put your thumb on to really get this thing out of here. And like I said, it's already a little slick. So it's just something to get kind of used to. This one I think is worse, because it's like, it's not a lot to really grab a hold of. Once you got it out, you're good. But getting it in and out quickly is a problem, because there's nothing here. You know, it's almost like this piece right here should have been flipped so you can get the thing out. But with this, it makes it a little more difficult to get it out. But I still like it. I think I give this a B. I think I give this a A-. I like them both. So sorry guys, I just want to see something, because I've been, you know, collecting all these shavings, and I was like, let me see if I can play around with this ferro rod and to see which one of these bad boys will strike one. to actually catch something. Now, I would not advise that you guys do this at home, but hey, I pay the rent, I do what I want. And you know, you don't want to burn your house down. But let me stand up and just see. So this is the bush lure. We're gonna see how this thing strikes a ferro rod. Like I said, I got some of the shavings in here. You know, these shavings were not very thin. Some of the bush lure shavings were pretty thin, but the Swamp Romper was not thin. So I don't know how quick this is gonna catch. I don't have any fat wood in here, but that's intentional. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Maybe I can tilt this down a little bit more too. Hold on. Without wasting a lot of time. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let me go to the other side. Wow. There we go. Let me move my laptop out of the way. Burn my laptop up. That was a good one. All right, so I'm not gonna do that too much because I don't wanna burn my poor table down. But and I know if my wife knew what I was doing, she wouldn't be too happy, but I'm not gonna burn anything up. But here's a Swamp Romper. Oh wow. Swamp Romper feels a little bit more sharper in terms of its spine, but this ferro rod is kind of new too. I haven't really put it through its paces yet, so I think I'm not going to judge either knife too harshly about that, because you know, you need a good ferro rod that's going to strike. But I will say that the 90-degree spine is not as sharp as I thought it was. It's not. It's not as sharp as I thought it was. It's not sharp like a what's something that's super sharp? It's not sharp as a Moore Garberg. You can forget about it. Moore Garberg is gonna strike. Is gonna strike a ferro rod with a vengeance. But guys, that's all I got for today, man. I just wanted to kind of compare these two knives. I think if you're gonna get one of them, or if you're thinking about getting one, go ahead and get the bush lure. If you just like Condor as a brand and you want to, you know, maybe you want to collect them. Maybe you think they're going to increase in value, or they have, you know, just some history behind them. You just want to just get them all. There's quite a few more that I need to get. I'm going to get more Condors. I like Condor. But, hey, man, I appreciate you watching. But get this one. Get the bush lure first if you're going to get anything. This is Malcolm, MBD Bushcrafter and Survival. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe, comment, and I'm going to holler at you guys next time, man. Peace.